She's a global thought leader if the conversation is AI, and Dr. Toyosi is the person to talk about. This woman she's worked in different parts of Nigeria and in the world as well. Media, governance, advisory. Talk about AI security. She's one of a kind, and she's been here today, one of the early birds here today, and we're giving her the floor now for 5 minutes. My king has said anyone coming now should speak for 3 or 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, a global leader in AI conversations and artificial intelligence like never before. The absolutely amazing. For conversation on AI, please I bring forward Dr. Otoyosi Akirele. Good afternoon, ma'am, and kindly step forward.
Ask him how much time that I have. Tavizi, how much time do I have, please? It won't be long. It would be more meaningful than it would be long. Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, custodians of legacy, champions of Nigeria's future. My name is Dr. Toyosi Akirele Ogushiji. Your Excellency, the Vice President of Nigeria, ably represented by my good Egbon, Dr. Tokpe Fashua. Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos, ably represented by our brilliant Deputy Governor, Mr. Obafemi Hamzat. Your Excellency, Your Imperial Majesty, the Ooni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Enitan Ogunwusi Ojaja II, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my fathers, Kabiyesi, Oloris, captains of industry, and everybody who's here. Good afternoon. In my opinion, today is not just the commissioning of a new mall. Today, history has walked quietly into the future. Today is not just the commissioning of a new mall. Today, history has walked quietly into the future, and it came wearing beads, a crown, and an unmistakable cultural brilliance of the Yoruba people. Today, we're not just cutting ribbons, we're cutting through limitations. We're cutting through new paths for young Nigerians. We're cutting away from the past into a future powered by knowledge, innovation, and technology. And we're doing it here in the heart of Lagos, the city that never sleeps, because even the future is always awake. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ojaja Mall. You've heard of Silicon Valley in the United States. Welcome to Silicon Ojaja. Welcome to Silicon Ojaja in Ekowenjele, Leyin Igbeti, in Lagos, Nigeria, and its Artificial Intelligence Center. My darling sister, Dr. Olubokola, said that this will be the most beautiful mall you would see in Lagos. I completely disagree. And having traveled Singapore, Vietnam, China, gone to the Harvard University Kennedy School of Government and Cambridge University, I'm here to say that this is Nigeria's first, West Africa, Sub-Saharan Africa's first community-focused innovation facility through advanced technology education, providing enterprise artificial intelligence solutions, and hosting national-level innovation programs. Your Imperial Majesty, Kabiyesi, gbogbo wa lọmọ Ooni. You could have invested in anything, oil, real estate, luxury apartments, but instead, you chose brains over buildings and innovation over indulgence. You chose to build a place where a child from Agege can learn robotics, where a young man from Mushin can master artificial intelligence, where a business owner from Ikorodu can use data to grow a small business, where a startup from Akure or Osogbo can find the tools to build the next Meta, the next Google, the next Twitter, the next Flutterwave. Kabiyesi, you've proven that true loyalty is not defined by what sits on your head, but the seeds that you plant in the minds of other people. And for your vision on behalf of all of us, I say a very big thank you. Now folks, you know that Nigeria and Lagos have never, this leadership, accessibility, and pragmatism has brought to us today what I call an institution that will power the future of Lagos, the future of Nigeria, and the future of West Africa. Today, as the organization entrusted by KBC with operating and managing the artificial intelligence component of the Ojaja Mall, I say it with every sense of humility, but with clarity, that we did not come to run a center. We came here to build Africa's most iconic innovation movement. Now, Rise Networks ourselves, we're not just a Nigerian company, we're a continental force. A trailblazer in artificial intelligence research, data analytics, emerging technologies, and youth development. We created and produced Make Nation, the first feature film on artificial intelligence out of Africa. We built Nigeria's first enabled fake news mobile application for Nigeria's elections, funded by MacArthur Foundation. And we're currently building the first AI-powered gender-based violence prevention-focused dashboard for sub-Saharan Africa. We've trained hundreds of thousands of people, and we've had dozens of national conversations. Earlier in November, we were announced by the International Youth Foundation and Microsoft as their key partner on their Global Artificial Intelligence TVET program. And now partnering with His Imperial Majesty, we're about to start building a generation of African innovators who will compete and win on the global stage, because the future will not wait for Nigeria, and Nigeria too must not wait for the future. As I close, I'm going to tell you what the purpose is of the Ojaja AI Center, because a lot of people always think that AI is just ChatGPT, or AI is the AI that we use to edit our music videos, or the AI that we use to put other people's husbands on top of other people's bodies and send to their wives for fake news. Here would be the purpose of the Ojaja AI Center, and you can hold us accountable in another 365 days from today. The Ojaja, KBC has called it the Ojaja AI Center, but I'm asking for his permission, sir, to rename it the Ojaja Robotics, Data and International Artificial Intelligence Center. And we'll do four things. We'll do four things. KBC, we'll do four things. KBC, we'll do four things. We'll do four things, KBC. You need to hold me accountable. Number one, we will equip children and teenagers with robotics and STEM skills. A 10-year-old in Lagos will now learn the same robotics taught in China, Tokyo, Singapore, and Silicon Valley. KBC, number two, we will train professionals in SMEs in data, artificial intelligence, and automation. Because a business that refuses to embrace technology is a business that's preparing for closure. Number three, we will build startups through innovation and incubation programs. Young founders will solve Africa's problems with African intelligence using global standard technology. And number four, we will conduct research and development and provide AI solutions for the public and the private sector, KBC. As you envision, sir, the center will empower companies, governments, and institutions with the power of data and automation. This will be more than training. It will be more than technology, KBC. This is national capacity building at scale. Whenever we see videos and pictures in China, all we see is just machines and factories. And that's what we're hoping to be able to accomplish here. Each time a child walks in here, KBC, into the Ojaja AI Center, they will not just be entering a classroom, they'll be entering into the future. Every time a young woman learns to code here at the Ojaja AI Center, a ceiling will crack somewhere in the world. Every time a startup founder uses the lab inside the Ojaja AI Center to build a solution, Nigeria will rise a little higher. And every time a young man builds his first robot here at the Ojaja AI Center, we will be proving that Nigeria does not lack talent. Nigeria only needs platforms, KBC. And today we unveil not just the Ojaja AI Center, we unveil a destiny accelerator. I'm going to close. Nigerians and Africans always worry about AI will take our jobs. AI is not coming to take your job. I have a PhD in artificial intelligence. The people that know AI are the ones that will take your job. If you refuse to learn and integrate it into your career plans, your business strategy, and your public sector frameworks. So what do we want, KBC, my deputy governor, and all the people of influence in this room? We want young Nigerians who can build drones, not just dance to amapiano. We want youth that understand algorithms, not just aesthetics. We want to raise not just consumers of technology, but creators, builders, inventors, and global competitors. And with this partnership with Ojaja AI Center, we will. The world is changing today, but Ojaja Mall, the world is changing, but today in Ojaja Mall, Nigeria is not just watching the world change, Nigeria is about to change the world. By the grace of God and with the blessings of our forefathers, from this center will emerge the children who will build Africa's greatest robots. The analysts who will decode, who will use science to find the cure for the most complex diseases in the world. The analysts who will decode Africa's biggest data problems, and the innovators who will develop landmark solutions, and the leaders who will define the next century. Let me close by giving you a little bit of data so that your heart can palpitate a bit, and you can understand the enormity of what it takes for a traditional ruler in our country. It's never happened before in the history of Nigeria. Initiatives of this nature are typically the stock in trade of private sector and government. And if you will help me, you would do that round of applause again for Kabir. My brother, I'm going to close with data, so don't come close to me yet. Number one, Africa's artificial intelligence market is projected to grow at 30% between 2023 and 2030. Nigeria leads the continent in artificial intelligence startups with over 300 AI-focused technology companies as of 2025. By 2030, AI will contribute $13 billion to Nigeria's GDP. Over 50% of African companies surveyed report artificial intelligence adoption as their strategic priority. Only less than 20% of Nigerian schools offer robust STEM programs, which creates a skills gap. So if your children live in VI, Ikoyi, Lekki, Ogombo, LBS, Ekpe, Ikorodu, you bring them to the Ojaja AI Center. Let's help you change their lives and prepare them for a future that is globally competitive, where while they are learning here, they are earning money in China and in India. Robotics and coding clubs in Nigerian secondary schools are expanding by 25 to 30% year on year, yet access is still very limited. Girls in STEM remain underrepresented at less than 25%, making inclusion programs extremely critical. SMEs account for over 80% of Nigeria's employment, yet only 35% leverage digital technologies fully. Startups leverage AI and data analytics report productivity gains of 30 to 50% in operational efficiency. Nigeria has the youth, Nigeria has the brains and the ambition, but we lack platforms like the Ojaja AI Center to turn potential into impact. Ladies and gentlemen, people don't eat potential. It is impact that grows nations. By 2030, AI will add 13 billion to our GDP. Nigeria's future is not in oil. Nigeria's future is in intelligence. Human intelligence, artificial intelligence, and collective intelligence. And today we activate that future. On behalf of Rise Networks, I'm greatly honored to be leading this movement that would bring together for the first time a convergence of cultural influence, technology sophistication, and leadership like no other. I thank you, Kabesi, for this incredible opportunity. And I pray that God will bless every young person whose life will be transformed through the Ojaja AI Center. Before the world, Kabesi, do you approve that this will now be called the Ojaja Robotics, Automation and AI Center? Yes.
Please, Dr. Toyasi, please don't go. Dr. Toyasi, please, if you are impressed with our speech, could you please give her a standing ovation, please? Let's give her a standing ovation, please. Let's give her a standing ovation. This is wonderful and awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We are moving fast. I'm bringing on somebody made in Nigeria, but globally recognized. Please put your hands to Khalid Sulaiman Alilu. Please put your hands over Khalid Sulaiman Alilu to the